Welcome to tonight's edition of Hopcat Presents Local Spins Live at River City Studios. I'm John Sinkovich with LocalSpins.com, the website that covers West Michigan's music scene, and we are pleased to have a truly special artist with us today, Lady Ace Boogie, otherwise known as Linda Tellis. It's the 8th installment of Local Spins Live at River City. It's a series which showcases some of the region's most talented and fast-emerging acts. I want to give a special thanks to Roy over here at River City Studios and Brennan and the River City video team, as well as our sponsor, Hopcat. The performance and interview will be posted in coming weeks at localspins.com, so stay tuned to the website, and you can share this special evening with folks who aren't lucky enough to be here tonight. And I'll start by asking a few questions, and then we'll get into the performance portion of the event. So, Linda, I want to start by having you describe for the audience the journey that took you to where you are now. I know you were born in Atlanta, you were raised in West Virginia, and eventually ended up here in Grand Rapids. So give us a brief history of your development as Lady Ace Boogie.
All right. So like you said, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't really remember my time there. I was really young when we lived there. We moved to West Virginia, and I believe that's where my mother and my father met, prior to obviously me being born. And so we lived in West Virginia. Basically, we lived there. I think we moved to Ohio when I was about 12 years old, I think. So from Atlanta to West Virginia, and then we moved to Ohio. My mother actually got sick, and she basically had an aneurysm and slipped into a coma. And so we went from West Virginia, we went to South Carolina to find her like the best doctors. And then we landed in Ohio, where my dad's side of the family lived. And so I lived in Ohio for about, I would say 10 years, and then I met the love of my life in Sandusky, Ohio, and I ended up moving to Grand Rapids. And so my journey throughout that with the music, I really wasn't active when I lived in Atlanta. Obviously, I was a kid, and West Virginia, I think that's when I wrote my first rap. I was 10 years old. And you guys don't want to hear that. It was terrible. It was terrible. And so I was kind of known as the person that would like do the Michael Jackson dances and beatbox and so I wasn't really serious about it then. When I moved to Dayton, Ohio, it was kind of like a culture shock for me. Coming from Charleston, West Virginia to Dayton, Ohio, total different culture, total environment, different environment, and I started getting involved with gangs and the street life, and that kind of sucked me in for a while, up until the time I was probably 21 years old actually. And during that time I had met a few people who had been involved in music. And so back then, when I actually started taking it a little bit more seriously, I was about 16 years old, and the music was totally different than what it is now, and I did a lot of gangster rap back then. And so it wasn't until, I would say probably 3 years ago, when I first started writing feel-good music, when I actually was able to switch up my style and switch up my environment and put out good, positive hip-hop. So
tell us a little more about feel-good music, because your music and the album that you put out really is feel-good music. It's positive, it's upbeat, it's got a great message. And yet, at the same time, it certainly stays true to who you really are.
Yeah. I would have to say it's really a balance between what people need to hear and what people want to hear. The lyrics is really, at the time when I wrote Feel Good Music, it was a time in my life when I was really transitioning, growing up, not as an adult, like with age, but growing up with knowledge and just changing my lifestyle, and I wanted to talk about it because a lot of people who knew me before knew, Ace, the gangster, you know what I mean? And
Sure.
So Feel Good Music really talks about how, it doesn't talk about how I made the journey from that to this, but it does express my gratitude and my feelings and my expressions at that point in time in my life. So wanting to let people know, hey, if I could do it, you could do it. You know what I mean? And that was kind of the whole message behind it, is really trying to empower people who I know were in the same situation as I was, growing up in an environment where we didn't really have much, underserved communities, and putting that over a beat, you know what I mean? And just sharing my feelings towards that. So
How do you escape the gang influence that you had. A lot of people are going to wonder how you can make that kind of transition successfully.
Well, to be completely honest, I mean that was I didn't grow up in a bad family setting or anything like that. I made my own choices to gravitate towards the streets. That's what I chose. I wanted to be independent, so I wasn't at home a lot, but I had a large loving family to go home to when I did go home. Um, but the streets, I mean, for me, it was everybody kind of looked at me as the leader a lot. And so back then, I didn't realize I could use that gift for something else. You know what I mean? So at that time, that's all I had, my environment. And so that was how I led. And it took me, so I was with a friend, and this guy, he was one of the people who originally initiated me into the gangs that I was involved in. And I don't know if you're familiar with gang culture, but typically people wear like their bandanas on on their back pocket or around their leg or what have you. And I was with this guy. We went to like a skate park or something, and it was a group of us. And he dropped it. We were walking, and he dropped it, which is like a huge no-no. And the people that were with us were in the same gang that we were in, and they beat him to a pulp. They beat him to a pulp. These people who, we called family at the time.
Right.
And it made me realize, like, whoa, this really isn't for me. Not to say right after that I transitioned out. It really took me to realize that, I could do more and leave that environment. Sometimes we're told that we're a product of our decisions, but sometimes we are a product of our environment if we don't know anything else. So at the time, I was a product of my environment until I got out of that environment.
So, using perhaps that also the music that you were listening to, who are your major influences? Not only maybe during the time period when you were, maybe more of a gangster rapper versus now. Who are the influences for Lady Ace
Oh
Boogie?
man, this is so funny. I have some close friends in the audience, and they they can attest to this. I am really not like a lot of people hearing feel good music. They're always like, "Man, you're like, your influence sounds like like you definitely listened to a lot of hip hop back in the day." And to be quite honest, my primary genre that I listen to is rock and roll. So I grew up listening to obviously the old school R&B and some of the mainstream rap that they would play on the radio. But I was mostly influenced by rock and roll, heavy metal, country music. That's what I grew up listening to because that was the type of environment that I was in until I moved to Ohio. When I moved to Ohio, I was kind of more. I wasn't really so into listening to music as I was just being out in the streets. You know what I mean? So, but when I lived in West Virginia, I mean that's really all I listened to. So I don't know. It's kind of weird because like being a hip hop artist. A lot of people say, well, you had to be influenced by somebody. Like, who do you listen to? And when I was writing feel good music, I didn't listen to any hip hop music at the time. Not to say that at that time I wasn't exposed to it, but I just wasn't really in tune with hip hop at that point. Other than some of the local artists actually in Grand Rapids who have inspired me more than I can say anybody. Mostly a local Grand Rapids hip hop artists are the ones who inspired me to write feel good music. In the same sense of me kind of telling my story.
So what's your view of the Grand Rapids rap and hip hop scene? There's certainly an underground portion to it, and yet at the same time, there's an awful lot of talent bubbling above and below the surface here.
So I can speak to just like the music scene as a whole, because I'm not just really like, I'm a part of the hip hop scene, but I'm also a part of just the music scene as a whole, the art scene, the creative scene in Grand Rapids. So. But specifically the hip hop scene, I think, I've been here for, I want to say 6 years. Actually been on the scene doing music, like meeting people. It's only been like 3 years. So I would say it's definitely progressed since I've been here. My experience with the scene, when I listen to like other people who's been here for like so many years, and they say, "Oh man, it didn't used to be like this," and for me, like I've never experienced that because like I kind of came to the scene around a time where it was progressing. So that's all I've been experiencing is just progression, and then it's also, I think the hip hop scene here is pretty intimate for the most part. I think everybody knows everybody. I think there is a subculture though. It's not just, you have your people who perform at Pyramid Scheme and Billy's and, places like that. And then you have other people who, perform at like different other venues. And sometimes those paths don't cross. So I have yet to really tap into the entire, the scene. But as of right now, I mean, I really think that it's progressing a lot.
So we talked a little bit about the fact that you're working on some new projects as well, following up on Feel Good Music.
Yeah.
What's the next step for Lady Ace Boogie?
So it's kind of hard because I know that this next project has to be better than Feel Good Music, and Feel Good Music is my one and only project, right? And so it's like, how do I do better than that? You know what I mean? And but also, how do I take how I'm feeling now, because I'm not in the same mental space as I was then. Like I've told that story now, and I think it's important for people to hear how I got here. You know what I mean? Because and be honest with it, because at the end of the day, people who are in situations like you can only relate if you're 100% honest. So I think I'm focusing more on really telling that story when it wasn't all good, when it wasn't Feel Good Music, but telling it in a way that allows people to have hope at the end of the day, and not just, talking about the streets and talking about some of the things that I was influenced by without giving them some type of light at the end of the tunnel. I should have probably put my phone on silent. Yeah, and it's your wife, Mr. Robinson. Sorry, let me put this on silent. I'm just gonna cut this off. Power off. So that's funny. So with that being said, I started collecting production for a new project, and all of the production that I was receiving wasn't really resonating with my mental environment at the time. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted to talk about something different, but all the beats I was getting was like, I wanted to come with that feel-good music flow,
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so instead of focusing on a solo project, I teamed up with J-Rob, and together we are the Great Ones. So I teamed up with him, and we're going to be releasing a project together. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then also, we're talking about, my next solo project, whether or not I'm going to, release it on a tape, an actual tape, a cassette tape, or, just come out with a digital release. We're talking about it. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to just keep making music.
Well, let's make some music now.
Yeah.
So go ahead and let's hear Lady Ace Boogie, and you can go ahead and introduce the songs however you want. Tell little stories if you need to.
Word, yeah. So this first one is Underestimate Me, I believe. And it's actually featuring Support. He's not here today. But he is one of the artists that I talked about earlier in the interview who really influenced me in regards to hip-hop when I first moved to Grand Rapids. Actually, he's one of the first artists that I've actually met in Grand Rapids, and we were able to get to know each other, create a relationship, and then we created music. So this song is called Underestimate Me. It is on Feel Good Music, and it's produced by Sir Manley. Yeah, let's go.
And before we go too far, we got to say DJ Dean Martian back
Martian.
here. We'll be here all evening as well.
Yes,
so
he will.
Lady Ace Boogie.
Yeah, if you know the words, don't be shy. Yeah. Listen. I am intellectual, smarter than the rest of you. You rappers stuck in a box and my rhymes are super flexible. And I am so much bigger than all this rap issue. Rappers doing cartwheels and I'm out here doing backflips. This is bigger than hip hop, and rap ain't been the same since Biggie and Tupac. They tell me I'ma blow up, they tell me that I'm hot. But if I never blow up this music, it won't stop, cause it runs through my veins and that won't change. My life is worth more than any fortune or fame. This music is my passion, ain't no fortune to claim. You rappers chasing money, we are not the same. I am so artistic, futuristic. Give credit to my guy, cause I know I'm gifted. My flow was so original, and did I mention hip-hop a little broken, and I am gon' fix it. Go ahead and underestimate me, cause all that's ever gonna do is motivate me. And now I understand why people love to hate me. I kill them with a smile, it's nothing to switch the style up. They got me like, yeah. I tell them, go ahead. They got me like, cause all that's gonna do is make me go harder. Know what I mean? Listen. I am the exception, here to teach a lesson. Better pay attention, cause my class is in session. These are my confessions, music's my obsession. Had to switch the style up and leave your people guessing. I'm unpredictable, flow unconditional. Don't give me the beat and watch me pop off like a pimple too. You are not invincible, boy, it's just a principle. You rappers selling stories, so I guess that makes you fictional. You can't just act as I'm sick of you rappers. You people are so backwards. Squared and cheesy crackers, I'm fresher than green pastures, colder than meat packers. I do this for the people who live, love, and seek laughter. Now get your hands up, and if you're feeling like I'm feeling, get your hands up. If you're a dreamer, keep on dreaming, get your hands up. And don't you ever let these haters mess your plans up. Let's go, and go ahead and underestimate me. Cause all that's ever gonna do is motivate me. And now I understand why people love to hate me. I kill them with a smile, it's nothing to switch your style up. They got me like, yeah. I tell them, go ahead, now go ahead. Go ahead, now go ahead. Now go ahead, now go ahead. I tell them, go ahead. Go ahead. DJ D version. So I talked about who produced that song. It's kind of interesting how that song came about. Underestimate Me was actually the first song that I wrote off of Feel Good Music. And what inspired that song was there was an MC by the name of Maurice Clark, and he is known as a conscious MC. And he hit me up one day and was like, hey, I want you on this track, blah, 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 and, whoopty whoop. I'm like, cool, I can do it. And then he hit me back and was like, well, I don't know if you can roll with this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like really lyrical, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, so you saying I can't get lyrical is what you're saying, you know what I mean? And not to say like that song is super lyrical, but I think what it did, it challenged my mental, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I know I can write songs better than what I'm writing them, you know what I mean? I know I can talk about different things, so Underestimate Me was that song, so yeah. Shout out to Maurice Clark. Shout out to Sir Manley. Appreciate him and support. This next song. Is it Feel Good Music? Okay, word. So Feel Good Music is the title track, obviously, of the album. And produced also by Sir Manley. I'm trying to think what motivated this song. It's actually the last song that I wrote off of Feel Good Music, which is crazy. And it just it was just flowing out of me, and it was inspired by a conversation that I had with two local artists. I invited them to my house. We had food, we were chilling, and we were talking about what it takes to be a part of the industry, and what that means to them, and what that means to me. Excuse me. And the conversation that they were having with me, their overall consensus was that it takes a machine, and I'm talking to him like, what do you mean by a machine? What's a machine? And we started talking. This is right around the time Kendrick Lamar came out, and came out from a mainstream perspective. And they were just talking about how the only reason he made it is because he had a machine behind him. And so when they were describing this machine, they were basically saying Dr. Dre was the machine. And so, and I was telling them like, well, being a part of the industry is different for different people. You know what I mean? Our people write music for different reasons. It's not always about just being a part of the music industry or getting signed or, being famous. And so this song really sums it up for Lady Ace Boogie, why I do the music and how I feel about the music. So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, hey up, I'm here now, but you ain't asking me, huh? You rather I talk about ignorant things that make me sound dumb. You want me to talk about popping bottles and packing the gun? You want me to glorify that street life and make it sound fun? Well, nah, that's too easy. I've been there, believe me. Now that I know better, I take this time to be teaching. And no disrespect, but I feel like this game needs me. I'm sick of all you rappers that's famous for no reason. Yeah, I hear you talking, but you're talking with no meaning. Man, I can't wait for these cats to go out of season. I refuse to dumb myself down for anybody's dollar. Nobody spitting knowledge, cause knowledge is hard to swallow. They out here playing dumb cause they know the masses are follow. They thinking about today, but they ain't worried about tomorrow. This generation is wasted, sad but it's truly blatant. Nobody making music, everybody just entertainers. Let's go. Now if you're feeling, get your hands up. Yeah, don't be shy, get your hands up. And wave them from side to side like this. Come on, now wave them from side to side like this. Come on, yeah. And it don't matter who you are now. No, and it don't matter where you are now. Hey, oh, hey. I'm not interested in politics, I do this cause I love it. And if I walk away, that means they took the love from it. They worry who the best is, that's your own perception. F the ones you love cause you obsessed with who the best is. What happened to integrity? What happened to the love? Everybody's so serious, nobody having fun. Everybody mysterious, nobody you can trust. No limits on what they do cause they just wanna get a buzz. But I get it, we all not in it for the same thing. Some people for the love and most people just for the fame. Remaining who you are is important that you don't change. Easy to say your soul won't become victim to the game. They say you need a machine to get people to listen. I say it's hard work, making sure that you're persistent. I'm done here, hope I made myself clear. The music is to the lab, and while it is, I'll be right here, right here. Yeah, now one more time, get your hands up. Here, and if you feel it, get your hands up. Hey, ho, hey, ho. And it don't matter where you are now. Nah, and it don't matter who you are now. Hey, ho, hey. Alright, now when I say feel good, just say music. Feel good, feel good. Yeah, y'all with me in here? Thank you. You're the best, man. It's kind of hot. Are y'all hot or is it just me? Because I'm the one doing all these corny dance moves on the stage. I'm allowed to take a sip in between. Okay. Otherwise, nothing's going to come out. So this next song is called Smile. Oh, no hook, my bad. So no hook, yeah. So this song, so when I re-released Feel Good Music, because I had released it before, I think it was in 2013, 2012, something like that. It was really just a soft release. You know, I had, I think, 9 tracks on there, and, you know, and it was just like, again, my first contributions to the hip-hop community, and I was getting a lot of love, you know, and so a couple years later, 2014, yeah, was it 2014? Somewhere around there, October maybe, I don't know, June. But anyway, I was approached by I was approached by Hot Capicola Records, which is a show some love for Hot Capicola Records, yeah. More specifically, Luke Schmidt, man. I'm gonna talk about that guy later. I love this dude. But you know, I'm not really into the whole like sign with a label. You know what I mean? That's really not my thing. And at the time, it's quite interesting because before he approached me, I was really feeling like I just didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? The music. And the reason behind that is because I was realizing I had all these other talents. At the time, I was really working hard to be a project manager, and I was taking classes to be a certified lean facilitator. And so I was really trying to focus on my career and problem solving and things like that. And so I'm just like, man, I can't do all of these things. And also at the time, I was just starting my youth program, Youth Outlet. And then me and my best friend, we started a business, Think 50/50. So I had all these things going on, and I'm like, the music. And I think I was really being influenced by people who would say things like, oh, well, if you're not all the way in it, you can't do it, and blah, blah, blah. So it really discouraged me, and I felt like, you know, maybe I should just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just let it go, and because I can't do everything. You know, at the time I was booking my own shows, and thankfully a lot of people were just hitting me up. I didn't have to kind of seek it, but at the same time, I was making myself available during times I shouldn't have, and it was interfering with other things that I had going on. So to make a very long story short, I was approached by Hot Capicola Records, and again, I've been approached before, and it was just different. It was different. It wasn't, about the money. It wasn't about being famous. It was about somebody believing in my music and believing in me as an individual enough to get behind me. And I felt the same way about them because they were just starting up, and a lot of people say, oh, well, it's not a big major label, blah blah blah. That's not what I was looking for. So it's really a partnership, and we're growing together. And I love you, man. I appreciate you. So anyway, this song, No Hook, was one of the additions to Feel Good Music when I re-released it. And the motivation really behind that, I felt like I was being challenged by the hip-hop community in regards to my content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all about the boom bap and, the Feel Good Music and the hip-hop sound, but at the same time, like I can get down on some beats, you know what I'm saying? Some more modern, the masses type feel beats. And so I really wanted to show that you can rap on one of these type of beats and not talk about trap music and, stuff like that. And so that's really what inspired this song featuring DJ Dean Martian. Let's go. Now tell me, how can I do better if I claim to be the best? I'm more interested in trying to be most different from the rest. Got some things up on my chest, think it's time to let them move. Cause I think you cats forgot you gotta crawl before you walk. And I ain't stopping till it's over, and I get my point across. But even then I ain't gon' stop, no I ain't gon' stop until I'm gone. Then ain't gone, no longer breathe, and I got bars for every season. Lady ain't show you the meaning, I spit fire for a reason. Hey, what you here for? You say you all about them dollars, but you forget to be a sister, mother, brother, father. And I ain't a conscious rapper, but I'm conscious when I rap. Cause everything I say I do, let's believe I do just that. And I ain't about that life won't get you far. All you care about is money, clothes, and the fancy cars. And you know who you are. Hey, step your fans up, say you getting money, homie, gon' get your bands up. Hey up, I'm talking about you. You out here putting out that garbage, got the nerve to call it music. Listen, homie, step your cars up, put them fancy cars up. Get the people something they feel they can be a part of. You be so exclusive, but music so inclusive. Talking about yourself, that means that no one is included. Keeping the truth secluded, media so diluted. And all you rappers sound the same, watered down, diluted. Man, I'm sick of these rappers, half of y'all really actors, only in it for money. None of y'all got the passion, so shout out to the underground, that's where you can find me. Speak the truth in the booth, won't let a label define me. LAB, that's who I be, need the people behind me. Reaching for the stars and keep positive peeps around me. I don't need a hook, I gave you a 32. This is real hip hop, let the DJ do what they do, let's go.
Break down, down.
We're magnificent. DJ
Dean Martian.
Yeah, man, give it up for Dean, y'all. That's my guy. That's my guy. Love this dude. Cool. Any questions so far? Are we doing Q&A after the performance? Okay, wait. Okay. So this next song is Smile. Okay. And was inspired actually. I have a sister who is she's in her maybe 40. How old is she? Do you know? Just turned 40. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Very inspiring. And she has 7 kids, all by the same guy. And I just had to throw that in there. And this guy, man, he wasn't the best of guys. Definitely wasn't a father figure. And so when I wrote this song, it made me think about her and how no matter what, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta smile, especially for your kids, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean that's kind of what motivated this song, produced by Sir Manley, also featuring MC3PO, aka Duke Green, but obviously they're not here, so let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. I say
Kids go to school and gotta deal with the bullies. Teachers ain't on their jobs, so they never deal with it fully. How many kids gotta die while we keep on ignoring until it's too late and then it ends up a story? I worry, suicide and self-mutilation. I worry about our future in this messed up generation. This nation needs to step up and break the cycle. Wish I could heal the world and make a better place like Michael. And I might go a little bit crazy cause it's my passion, but I'ma get my point across in a meaningful fashion. So I'm asking, why sit back and do nothing? It's time to take a stand and say we got to do something. Cause each and every day it's getting harder to smile. Gotta pick each other up, start knocking each other down. I done had about enough, now watch me say loud. Everybody stand up, my people, the time is now. The time is now, my people, the time is now. Pick each other up, start knocking each other down. Everybody stand up, show out and get loud. Now get your hands up, my people, the time is now. My people, the time is now. Don't let nobody hold you down. You know it's time to stand your ground. And when you're feeling low, don't let nobody take away your smile. Don't let nobody hold you down. Nah, nah. Don't let nobody hold you down. Nah, nah. Don't let nobody hold you down. Listen, and it ain't over, I ain't close to being done. Cause there's so many issues that nobody seems to touch on. Single mother raising 7 kids on her own, and a deadbeat baby daddy left her all alone. And now she got double responsibilities. What do you do when you down and got 7 mouths to feed? How could you tell her to look on the brighter side of things when she know that she can never have them finer things? How could you plant a seed and walk away? How could you live your life knowing why they been struggling like every day? And as a nation we don't really got too much to say, and that's the problem cause it's really so much we should say. And now it's getting harder to smell, and to pick each other up, start knocking each other down. I done had about enough, now watch me say it loud. Everybody stand up, my people, the time is now. The time is now, my people, the time is now. Pick each other up, start knocking each other down. Everybody stand up, show out and get loud. Now get your hands up, my people, the time is now. My people, the time is now. Don't let nobody hold you down. You know it's time to stand your ground. And when you're feeling low, don't let nobody take away your smile. Don't let nobody hold you down. Nah, nah. Don't let nobody hold you down. Nah, nah. Don't let nobody hold you down, 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 down. Yeah, man. Show some love to DJ Dean Martian. You know, it's crazy because, like, I don't know, I almost started crying. Did y'all see that? No? I almost started crying on that second verse. I had to catch myself. I love my family, man. I have a very large family. I have 6 siblings. And 32 nieces and nephews. Yeah, 30. One away. I'm gonna take a sip of this burr, if that's okay. So this next song is titled Payday. And what inspired this song? The beat was just really dope, man, and I don't know, like, it was kind of cool because, like, I don't know, people knew me as, like, Lady A, the hip-hop artist, right? But they don't know that, you know, during the day, I actually have an office. You know what I'm saying? I'm in an environment where I'm, like, you know, working with professionals. And so, Payday, I think in the second verse, I kind of talk a little bit about that. And, you know, been able to connect the two and not be this person during these hours and this person during those hours, you know, and just really just be myself. And so I kind of wanted to just talk about, you know, when you're getting paid and how the day goes when you got that money in your pocket. So, yeah, let's go. I wake up, yeah. Listen, early in the morning, alarm clock going. I press snooze a couple times and then I get the snoring. Last minute, then I finally start to waking up. I look at my boo and for a second I be caking up. Hop on my feet, get in the shower, sing my favorite tune. Put on my favorite shirt, favorite pants, favorite shoes. A bite to eat, something to drink, might even catch the news. And I might even walk the dog depending on my mood. Before I leave the house, there's one more thing I gotta do. Knock on the door and make sure little bruh's up for school. Yeah, hop in my whip, I'm on my way at last. Look at the tank I'm on, I gotta get some gas. Damn, so thank God it's Friday. Put my tank on full, then I hit the highway. Yeah, I'm doing 80, gotta beat the traffic. Turn up my radio and let my music get the blast. Early in the morning, yes sir, get into this money. I got a J.O.B. so I'm guaranteed it's coming. And who thank God it's Friday? I gotta pay my bills. It's the freaking weekend. Listen. I pull up in a hurry, gotta clock in. Cause you know them nosy people, they be watching. And I be just staring at me, looking at they watches. Want my position, but they know I got it locked in. You know the best part of waking up. Soon as I get to work, a little focus in my cup. I take a seat and off the rip, I check my emails. A couple meetings, but I can't go into details. We talking this, we talking that, we talking group sales. It's Friday, so I'm like blah blah, who cares? It's payday, so it be hard for me to pay attention. Cause in reality, my mind be on another mission. Look at the clock and I swear that must be slowly ticking. But I ain't tripping in a minute, yeah, I'm on to kick it. To the studio to lay me down a track or two. It's Friday, so ain't no limits to what I can do. So many options, it be hard to make my mind up. I hit the barbershop and get a fresh lineup. I'm going in, I'm going hard until my time's up. The hottest spot up in the city's where you'll find us early in the morning. I'm getting to this money. I got a J.O.B. so I'm guaranteed it's coming. And who think God it's Friday? I gotta pay my bills. It's the freaking weekend, so you know I'm about to chill. Come on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Man, y'all see his fingers how they be moving? One day. Thank you. What time is it? How we doing on time? We're doing good. Okay. Yeah. Let's do I Gotta Make It. So this next song, and then after the song, I'm gonna invite my good friend J Rob to the stage. Show some love to J Rob. So this next song is titled I Gotta Make It. And it's basically talking about really my family. You know what I mean? And again, the reasons why I do it. And I told you guys I have like 30-something nieces and nephews. I don't know if that's the right number. I think it's more than that. But I managed to put, I think, like 20 of them in this song. I think. We're going to find out. Somebody count for me. I've never actually counted. So when I start saying names, somebody count for me and let me know after the song. But yeah, just listen to the words, man. And my dad's here. I love my dad. Everybody say hi to my dad. And my sister. I'm sorry, Juju. Hi. Everybody met her earlier, though. But all right, yeah, this song is called I Gotta Make It. Yeah. I feel like I need like a stool or something just to yeah. I eat, sleep, and breathe music. You fake rappers is whack, you cats abuse music. I speak the truth in the booth and I can't lose music. And I promise it chose me, I ain't choose music. Whether it's rapping or singing, man, I'm a beat static. And GB serving me beats, call me a beat addict. People say I'm the greatest, so I'ma keep at it. And I ain't stopping till I'm on that Jay-Z status. I had to cut some people off, now I see much clearer. Now I'm staring at you haters through my rearview mirror. Sick and tired of these rappers, man, they sounding the same. And half of you industry cats is actually lame. So pass me the torch, I'm gon' take it. Made a promise to my people, said that we gon' make it. You can bet your bottom dollar, that's a promise I'ma keep. Man, I'm headed to the top and all my people gon' eat. Let's go. Right now. Slow me down. Hold y'all down. Till they give me my ground, give it all I got. I swear I gotta, yeah, I swear I gotta, yeah. Until the day I die, until the day I die. tell me what I got to do to prove that I was born ready. Cause music is my life, the reason I was born really. Gotta make my daddy proud and earn me a couple milli. Keep doing what I'm doing to make sure that the people feel me. Gotta make sure that my brother tight, make sure that he living right. Give him everything that he need, give him a better life. Do this for my sisters, my nephews and nieces. Y'all my motivation, man, I love y'all to pieces. Marco and Dayon, Danielle and P-Shine, Bing and Rewind, Cola and J-Ron, Maya, Michaela, Ishmael, Isaiah, Shay and Boogie, Tunky LaVea, Junior Terrell, Lizzie Jeremiah. Last but not least, my princess Anaya. I love y'all to death because of y'all, I'ma make it. And they ain't asking for what this man, so I'ma take it. Right now, slow me down. I'ma hold y'all down till they give me my crown, give it all I got. I swear I gotta, yeah, I swear I gotta, yeah. Until the day I, yeah, until the day I, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yo, come on. Yeah, yo, come on.
Yeah. So again, man, it's all about like breaking those cycles of inequity and not being a product of your environment, but a product of your decisions. It's not easy, but you know, who wants the easy way out? You know what I mean? So I do it for my family, man. Period, point blank. Do it for my family. And it makes me happy. If I'm not happy, I can't make them happy. So put happiness first. Which is actually kind of awesome because this next song, I'm going to bring J-Rob up here. J-Rob, everybody give it for J-Rob. J-Rob with a B. It's not J-Rock. It's not J-Rod. It's J-Rob.
How's everybody doing?
So real quick before you, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
J-Rob with a B as in boy.
B as in boy. So, we talked about earlier how in the process of putting together my next project, I just wasn't feeling it, you know what I mean? Like in regards to the content, but it was stuff that I wanted to talk about still, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want it to be all I talked about. So in the midst of that, you know what I'm saying, J-Rob, him and I decided to go ahead and release a project called The Great Ones, which together we are the Great Ones. And so this is one of the first songs actually that we, where's Fable at?
Yeah.
You wanna, no, you wanna get down? Acapella? Acapella?
Come
No?
on, Fable.
Alright, I love you anyway. Fable's actually on this song. So when you get the CD, you'll be able to hear it. But it's called Breathe Love.
Yeah,
Yeah, yo, yeah, yo.
hey,
Yeah, yo, yeah, yo.
hey,
Yeah, yo, yeah, yo.
hey,
Yeah, yo. Having a tough time, just let it breathe. I shoot the breeze, got no time for no enemies. Just trying to be happy like that for real song. And find me a lake or an ocean that I can sail on. A lot of people bailed on me before. It's okay, they just show me what I need to know. Keep the flow going on and on like Miss Badu. Used to have fights in the streets like Ken and Ryu. Now I take my time, let it breathe. If it ain't helping you and me, then it don't need to be. Don't suffocate the energy. Yeah, trying to make it in this industry. But you know I ain't selling my soul. Cause the gift that I got worth more than the gold. I'm just here to spread love, cause that's all that I know. Take time to grow and breathe it all in. Search for the greatness, the good that comes within. Love is real and real is love taken from a great one, not a fake one. Peace, assalamu alaikum. See the hater bring you down, but the love is a sound that's so beautiful. That's real, so beautiful.
I know that time get hard. Just breathe in the love,
Hey,
Let's go.
hey, breathe love,
Breathe love,
live love,
live love,
be love,
be love,
give love,
give love,
take love,
take love,
make love,
make love,
one love,
one love.
so breathe love, yeah, breathe love,
Breathe love,
live love,
live love,
be love,
be love,
give love,
give love,
take love,
take love,
make love,
make love,
one love, so breathe love, yeah.
Hey, yo, I hear you talking to him, bro.
Uh-huh.
Can I get some?
Go ahead.
All right.
Peace world, have a beautiful day. Smile on your face, we were meant to get face. We are meant to be great, that's what J-Rob say. Gotta breathe love each and every day. That's what we live for, be love and breathe love. Just open your heart if you wanna receive love. Word out.
Word out.
They say happiness isn't heard of. Happiness is really the key to all things.
I know that times get hard.
Yeah, but stay strong with your mental mind, body, and soul. That's critical fundamentals, like writing a hot verse on a mosaic instrumental. Take some time to yourself and let that marinate a little. Let it breathe. Alright, y'all. So as I said earlier, man, when you put happiness first, all things great come after that. I promise you.
Yes.
I promise you.
I know that times get hard. Just breathe in the love, the love.
Just breathe love,
Breathe love,
live love,
live love,
be love,
be love,
give love,
give love,
take love,
take love,
make love,
make love,
one love. So breathe love, breathe love,
breathe love,
live love,
live love,
be love,
be love,
give love,
give love,
take love,
take love,
make love,
make love,
one love.
one love.
So breathe love,
Yo, breathe love, yo,
breathe love,
I said breathe love, yo,
breathe love,
yo, breathe love, yo,
breathe love,
I said breathe love, yo.
breathe love, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Lady Ace Boogie and J Rob.
Yeah. I got one more song, y'all.
All right, we'll go for it.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to do. So this last song is called. All right, let me talk about it a little bit. So, when did I write this? About a year ago? Was it a little bit less than a year ago?
I think so.
So I was working 2 jobs at the time because I wanted to get some extra bread, and I was at the second job that really didn't mean anything to me at all, and because I don't believe in just working jobs to work jobs. Like I actually like to be happy with what I do. So I was there, and I'm like, man, this is not making me happy. I would much rather do all the great things that come along with creating music and being around people like yourself. So that's where Do It For The Love was created. And actually, at the time, you were working a second job.
Yes.
So we were both working a second job, and we were just like, in communication like all the time. Like, man, I would much rather be doing a show right now. And man, I would much rather be in the studio. And so this is Do It For The Love. I might do the mic stand. Let me see if I can get my sexy on. Yeah? I do it for the love. Let me stare at you. Yeah. I love you, Mike. Let's go. I do it. I do it. I do it. I do it for the love for the people. The love for the people. The love for the people. Yeah. I wanna do what I wanna do. Yeah. I wanna do what it is I love. Instead of working 2 jobs just so I can survive. That's not what I want, no. I wanna travel the world. I wanna inspire the people, yeah. And let them know it's okay to love who you want. It's okay to be different, yeah. I just wanna be free. I just wanna do my thing, yeah. While I'm up on the stage, staring out at your faces, I do it for the love.
I do it.
I do it for the love.
I do it.
I do it for the love for the people. The love for the people. The love for the people, yeah. I do it for the love.
I do it.
I do it for the love. I do it for the love for the people. The love for the people. The love for the people, yeah.
Work that 9 to 5, get off and work that 5 to 9. All while giving this music, man, it's a constant grind. But this little light of mine, I gotta let it shine. Cause when I put that smile on your face, then it was well worth the time.
Let's go.
peace, blessings. I'm giving you my confessions. I do this for all the people who listen to get the message. Real always gon' respect it. I'm striving to inspire more. It's okay to be different as long as your heart is good and pure. The love is real, I feel it, so I embrace it. So far from being basic, love to see beautiful faces. I just wanna be heard, so I give you these words, and hopefully you'll find peace and love in them. I do it for the people.
I do it. I do it for the love.
I do it.
I do it for the love for the people. The love for the people. The love for the people. Yeah. I do it for the love.
I do it.
I do it for the love. I do it for the love for the people. The love for the people. The love for the people. Yeah. Now if you hear me sing, yeah. Thank you.
That's my favorite part of the song.
Clearly.
Thank you, guys.
Love this dude, man. That's it. Give it up for DJ Dean Martian, you guys.
I'm the Dean.
I will now open it up for a couple questions. No, just kidding. Take it away.
Absolutely. If anybody wants to ask a question after this wonderful performance, ask Lady Ace anything you want.
J. Rob.
Lady Ace, where do you see yourself? Oh, I'm sorry.
Mike, please, Bob. Somebody get this guy.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with hip hop or music in general?
Music. Specifically, huh? I don't know. I you know, I'm honestly not thinking out that far. To be quite honest, I'm not. I'm just living it up right now. You know what I mean? And meeting people and creating. And I think that for me, it's just all about making music and setting goals and getting to those goals. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say like, oh, in 5 years I'm gonna be doing this and that. My mentality might change in 5 years. I might say, yo, I want to go for the gold and just like shit on everybody. Can I say shit? Can I say that? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And just have that mentality. But that's not my mentality right now. My mentality is really to build from within and build with the people. J-Rob, let me finish my question or the answer. He telling me to come on. He ain't asked for all that. But I love you. But no, seriously though, I think it's all about building from within. A lot of people take the more national approach, international approach first, but for Lady Ace, I'm all about community. So it makes sense for me to build right here in Grand Rapids first, and then I'll allow Hot Capicola Records to take it from there.
That's a local spins mentality.
Yeah,
That's what I
man,
like.
local
I like.
spins. Does that
Anybody-
answer your question? Okay.
Anybody else?
Don't be shy. Anything you want to ask me, I'm down.
Right here from her sister.
When is your next performance, Lady Ace? And where is it going to be
Not
at?
really
What-
relevant, but I can. Sheesh, huh? I actually don't have anything booked right now. See, I looked at him, but no, I don't have anything booked right now, so I don't know. I just have to go to ladyaceboogie.com and. Yes, Juju, or you can just come to my house. Yeah. I love you though. I love you. Any serious questions? Or?
What is your favorite memory that you have along your artistic journey so far, and what is the hardest part about being an up-and-coming artist?
Oh, that's a really good question. Thank you, Fable. Beer, don't drink beer and try to talk. So I would have to say, favorite memory from the journey so far would be, honestly, meeting J-Rob. Yeah, meeting J-Rob and been able to create a relationship with J-Rob and yeah. So that's been very rewarding for me because a lot of times you don't really get to build that type of relationship with other artists, but we get each other and we're comfortable with each other and and wherever I go, he's gonna go, and wherever he goes, I'm gonna go, and that's been really rewarding for me. And then in general, just the artists that I had the pleasure of meeting in Grand Rapids, like yourself, even Fable, Nixon's in the crowd, Neighborhood Kid, just all the artists that I've had the opportunity to, Dean Martian, all the artists I've had the opportunity to not only just create with, but build a relationship with. That has absolutely been the best part of this journey. The hardest thing, I would say, I had an artist come up to me. I think I was at the intersection at a Mike G show. Shout out to Mike G, it's my homie. And the artist came up to me. I'm not gonna say his name, but if you watch this, you know it's you. But he came up to me and said, "Man, I hate you." I'm like, "Whoa, you hate me? Why? Why would you hate me?" And he was like, "Cause you're on everything. You're on everything." And I'm like, "What do you mean I'm on everything? Like that's not really, you know what I'm saying?" But he was just like, he expressed that he felt like I was on everything, and I'm like, well, it's really just me going out supporting people and building with people. It's not, you know what I'm saying, like me, that's it. You know, there's nothing left to be said. And so it was interesting that he said that, and it made me feel like, well, you know, I've been naive. I've been naive in the sense of thinking that people don't think that way because of all the relationships that I've had the opportunity to create. So, so yeah, that, and then just, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of, I'm a very mutual person. And I'm friends with like everybody, and there's people in the scene who don't like each other, and it makes it very difficult to stay mutual because, you know, people like to talk a lot of this, and you know, and I try to make the best out of it and see good in everybody, and everybody's not like that. So I think another hard thing is really keeping that community mentality and keeping that everybody can be friends mentality without being naive about it. Hey, Pops.
Yeah. Won't you start doing music on current events of good things that's happening in the world?
When? You said when or? Okay. Is that a question or a demand? I feel like that was a demand.
When Dad says that, it's probably a demand.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm working on, I have a song with actually J-Rob, produced by Dante Cope, and the name of it is Hands Up, Don't Shoot. And I mean, it's kind of cliche, but at the same time, like I mean, that's what's happening right now. And so I'm actually really in rare form because I, you know, even though I talk about positive things and empowering things, I haven't really talked about what it's like to be black, what it's like to be in the LGBTQIA community, what it's like to be a woman, you know what I'm saying? So in essence, I'm a triple minority, you know what I mean? And I haven't talked about that in my music, and I think that there's a lot of things to be said. And also been someone who has a free spirit and kind of just is really loving and caring with everybody. There's challenges that come with that. So I think that I think that with these up and coming projects, I'm really going to be shedding a lot of light on what it means to be a triple minority and touching on some of the current events. Thanks.
A lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Linda, for being part of this. DJ Dean Martian, J-Rob, everybody. And thank you all for coming tonight once again. Localspins.com. Keep an eye out. We'll have the podcast. We'll have the video online for you guys to sort of share with your friends and really get a look at more about, you know, maybe go back and listen to those stories again because they're a lot of fun. And please join us also. We're at Speakeasy Lounge tonight as well. Blue Water Ramblers are having their CD release show tonight. They're a folk band, but they also have a special guest tonight. Some of you may know Molly Bausma Schultz from Vox Fedora. She will be performing with them as a special guest tonight, so it's really going to be kind of a fun evening, so please join us there. Every Wednesday night we do special shows trying to highlight different talent in the community, and really there's so much talent in West Michigan that we really need to celebrate and embrace and support because these musicians can't do it without your help. They really can't. They not only they need the support in terms of cheering and that kind of thing, but they also need the support financially. So definitely get out there, support your local musicians, and thank you once again. And keep an eye.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to give a shout out to Luke Schmidt and Hot Capicola Records. Really, really appreciate them. Also, River City Studios and Local Spins and Hopcat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it.